The Suns get a defensive-minded wing, and the Thunder get another pick. So this is a minor trade from today, but the Thunder send Darius Bazley to Phoenix and get back Dario Saric, and more importantly, his bigger contract and a second-round pick. Uh, this is a deal that I thought made sense for a long time. I think the Thunder were not going to bring Darius back in the offseason. He's a restricted free agent this summer. Sam Presti doesn't like players to get to restricted free agency anyways. He either likes to extend them or he likes to trade them. So this was always kind of in the back of my mind, something that could happen. And the Thunder get a second round pick. Whether Saric plays for the Thunder or not, I don't know. Still trying to figure out if he actually lands here in OKC, but this is all about the pick anyways. And then for Phoenix, they actually get a player that I think can help them. You know, they have traded away a lot of their wing depth for Kevin Durant, and they bring in a player that can defend 3, 4, and 5. That doesn't do a whole lot other than that. Offensively, he is a work in progress. Has had some times in his career where he's hit corner threes, but you know, I don't know. Dave DuFour, what lands with you on this one?
Well, I think, you kind of nailed it. They bring in a guy who helps fill out some of that wing depth. He can slot in next to Kevin Durant and help guard fours. He can guard threes. Helps with their switchability on defense. You can envision a scenario with him, Kevin Durant, and Torrey Craig all out there, and then you've got some real length. It'll help them go a little bit bigger. Actually, we talked about them going smaller and maybe playing Durant mostly at the 4, but if they want to go bigger, they can always have Bazley out there and run out some of those bigger lineups. They needed the depth. Giving up Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges just has depleted them. And let's not forget that they also haven't had Jay Crowder all year. So yeah, I couldn't even name you a wing outside of Torrey Craig. So it's a big pickup for them. And he's going to be like their 9th guy. That's a pretty good pickup. And Saric I didn't play into their future plans. And, Frank Kaminsky got moved to Houston, and I'm expecting a buyout there. So, might have some movement happening in the buyout market for the Suns too. So, yeah, it's a good move. Pick up a guy that can really defend, an athlete, and that's what they kind of needed.
So for the Thunder, this is all about the pick. Saric actually, if they want to bring him in, could play for OKC. I think that he fits the mold of a Thunder player. He's a good decision maker. He's a fine player. I just also don't think that that's the case though, because they have bigs that they want to develop. Jeremiah Robinson Earl's coming back. You have Jalen Williams, the big Jalen Williams from Arkansas. You have to add every qualifier in the world. I think that it's important to know like they have all these bigs, and Saric is probably not going to be a part of the plan there. The Thunder also would rather play their young guys rather than pivot toward the play-in. And if their young guys make the play-in, great. But I don't think that they're about adding a player like a Saric and like him trying to help them catch fire. Like, I just don't think that's part of this plan.
Well, they just moved Mike Muscala, Oklahoma City Thunder legend.
That's right.
To create more playing time for their younger guys. And so bringing in Saric doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And he's going to be a free agent this summer.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going to be in their long-term plans either. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to bring him in. We haven't heard yet from any of our people, but if they do, he fits. I mean, he's a good high post passer, fine as a defender, would just slide right into what they already do. So it's a win-win for them. They pick up the pick and they move on from a guy that they weren't going to keep. This is sort of how the Thunder operate. And like you mentioned, not letting guys get to restricted free agency. It's a smart move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Thunder will use these second round picks down the road. Like that's the plan they acquired 3 second round picks today. I think they have a total of like 16 or 17 second rounders now. Like they'll use these picks later on. Like it took 5 second rounders to get like a player of value to a team. Well, they could do that 3 times over in the future when it's time for them to actually press go and hit the gas. They're going to have those assets available in order to add to the team that they have today whenever they're missing a big or they're missing a Gary Payton II or like whatever they need, they're going to be able to add to it. So that's part of what this plan is. So let us know what you think of the trade down below. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and thanks so much for locking in with us here today at The Athletic.